Okay, we're going to show a quick demonstration of the W1TKZ digital repeater control software. This is only demonstrating the logic part of the repeater controller. The audio is not implemented yet. We have the digital board right here. We have the radio interface board here. And this is a simulation of the radio connections through the DB25 cable. We've got an LED indicator here which shows push to talk on the VHF rig. We've got a switch that simulates the carrier detect on the VHF rig, and another switch that simulates the carrier detect on the UHF radio. So we're just going to show a couple of scenarios here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, using the carrier detect on the VHF, just simulate a Kerchunk on the VHF side. What you're going to see is the push to talk turn on, a short hang time, and then the transmitter will drop. A few seconds later, you should see the transmitter come back up again, and that is because the repeater controller is IDing. We're going to show that right now. So I'm going to Kerchunk on the VHF side. See the transmitter come up, sit through the hang time, transmitter drops. Now the repeater controller is IDing itself. That will drop. So if we do a Kerchunk again, we'll see the transmitter come up, sit through the hang time, and then we'll go quiet. No further ID at this point. So next demonstration is just showing an exchange back and forth. We're just going to pretend that this QSO is happening crossband. So we're going to have VHF and UHF transmissions. And what we're going to see here is that because the calls are coming back and forth inside the hang time, the transmitters will just stay keyed throughout this exchange. So first we'll have a transmission on the VHF side, and then on the UHF side, and the VHF station calls back, and then a final transmission on the UHF side. We wait for the hang time delay. The transmitter drops. So the last demonstration is going to show what a timeout looks like. I've configured the parameters in the controller right now very short so that we don't have to wait for 2 minutes. Right now, the timeout interval is configured for 20 seconds, and the lockout after a timeout is also configured for 20 seconds. So we'll take a look at that. So I'm going to pretend that there's a long talking station on the VHF side. We'll just key down and wait for the 20 seconds to pass. Okay, the push to talk has dropped, so the repeater controller is timed out right now. No matter who tries to come in on the repeater right now, it's locked out. There's nothing's going to happen. As long as there's transmissions being detected, we're going to just stay in this lockout interval forever. So once everything goes quiet, now we start counting through the lockout period. Again, I've configured it temporarily for 20 seconds. And at the end of the lockout period, you're going to see the repeater come up and ID itself to indicate that the lockout period is expired. There's the ID. The ID ends, and now the repeater is operating as normal. That's the end of the demonstration.